Hello everybody, today our grammar lesson is about the past progressive tense or the past continuous tense. It's known as the past continuous tense. What is the pattern in making a past progressive tense? We have to put a statement like that. Put the subject plus was or were plus verb in the present progressive or verb plus ing. The past progressive tense is used to refer to actions continuously happening at a certain moment in the past or a certain time in the past. This is the use or the first use for the past progressive. Action that was happening at a certain time in the past. Like for example, when we say, we were watering the plants this morning. It was raining last night. They were arguing about something. Here, the verb in the first example, were watering. The second one was raining. The third one, were arguing. So the form is was or were plus verb plus ing. This is the form of the past continuous. The past continuous or the past progressive also is used for two actions that were happening at the past at the same time in the past. Two actions that were happening at the same time at the past. She was cooking while her younger sisters were playing. Tommy was crying while his father was scolding him. I was reading while Beth was practicing her speech. In the first example, we have two actions that were happening at the past. They didn't cut or interrupt each other. They were happening at the same time. They were cooking and her younger sisters were playing. In the second example, the same. Tommy was crying. This is the first example. The second example, his father was scolding him. They were happening at the same time at the past. I was reading while Beth was practicing her speech. The first one, I was reading, and the second action, Beth was practicing her speech. They were happening at the same time in the past, and we have to know that while it's followed by the past continuous, and the other one is past continuous. So while past continuous, because the two actions were happening at the same time in the past. The past progressive also is used for interruptions, while certain actions are happening at the same time. Were happening at the same time in the past. When we say they were walking home when it trained. Here, the long action is were walking home. The short action is it trained. So, the short action interrupted the long action. And when it's followed by past simple, I mean the short action. And the other one is past progressive. The second example, the same. When her friends came, she was taking a shower. So, the short action after when her friends came. The long action, she was taking a shower. The last example, I was washing the dishes when the phone rang. When it's followed by the past simple, the short action, and the other one is the long one. The negative form of the past progressive, we have to put the subject plus was or were plus not plus verb plus ing or verb in the present progressive. Verb plus ing, like I was cleaning the garden this morning. What is the negative form of this example? I was not cleaning the garden this morning. So this is the negative form. The second one, it was raining last night. What is the negative form? It was not raining last night. The third one, they were walking home when it rained. What is the negative form? They were not walking home when it rained. What is the question form of the past continuous? Was or were plus subject plus verb plus ing or verb in the present progressive. Like the first example, I was cleaning the garden this morning. The question, was I cleaning the garden this morning? The second example, it was raining last night. The question, was it raining last night? The third one, they were walking home when it rained. The question, were they walking home when it rained? This is exercise for the past continuous. Make sentences in the past progressive. She baked when her children came home. The verb is bake, so we have to change it into past continuous because it will be long action. A long action. So, she was baking when her children came home. The negative form, she was not baking when her children came home. The question, was she baking when her children came home? The next one, we skate when the accident happened. the past continuous form or the positive form, it will be we were skating when the accident happened, because skate is the long action and the accident happened is the short action that interrupted it. We were not skating when the accident happened. This is the negative form. The question, were we skating when the accident happened? Another exercise for us, Billy played with the kids this afternoon. This afternoon is was a certain time in the past. So the verb, it will be in the past progressive, like Billy was playing with the kids this afternoon, was playing. The negative, Billy wasn't or was not playing with the kids this afternoon. The question, was Billy playing with the kids this afternoon? The next exercise or the next example, they talk loudly when Miss Newton passed by. Here, when it's followed by past simple, passed by, and the other one, it will be the long action. Talk, it will be they were talking loudly when Miss Newton passed by. The negative, it will be they were not talking loudly when Miss Newton passed by. The question, it will be were they talking loudly when Miss Newton passed by? The last example for us, it snowed when they decided to drive home. It snowed when they decided to drive home. The short action, it will be they decided to drive home. After when and before when, the long action. So it will be it was snowing when they decided to drive home. And the negative, it will be it was not or it wasn't snowing when they decided to drive home. The question, it will be was it snowing when they decided to drive home? Thanks a lot.